Joining us now is the ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Committee from the great state of South Carolina, Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator, thank you so much for joining us. Title 42 is set to expire. The border is already a chaotic disaster. What's going to happen when Title 42 expires?
The number of illegal crossings will double, Trey. It's about 6,300 a day. In the last 90 days, there have been over 550,000 illegal crossings. They expect after Title 42 expires that to jump up from 10 to 13,000 a day. This policy of repealing Title 42 and not replacing it is literally insane.
I know you're in the minority, and expectations should not be high of what a political party can do in the minority in the U.S. Senate. Is there any bipartisan support at all for doing something about the border?
On the margins, you're never going to fix the border until you change your asylum laws. Why are so many people coming here? They're claiming asylum. They have a right to be heard. It takes about 5 years to have your case heard. They're released into the United States waiting for their hearing, and they never show up. What did Trump do? He said you couldn't apply for asylum in the United States. You had to apply outside the United States. And we had the lowest illegal crossings in December of 2020. Now we got the highest. Why? Because everything Trump did, Biden repealed. And I don't see any effort really by Democrats to try to fix this. They're afraid of the left. Why is this policy going into effect? Why? It's like being hit by a slow-moving truck in Kansas. You can see it coming from a mile away. The left will not allow the Biden administration to change policies that will slow down illegal immigration. He's held captive by the extreme left. That's why we have this problem.
Well, Senator, let me ask you a question. It's going to sound naive, and maybe I am politically naive, but I can remember back when even a so-called progressive senator from the state of Illinois named Barack Obama understood that border security was a condition precedent to doing anything else. And when I look on the left now, I mean, border security is like negotiable. It's not a condition precedent. What happened?
I think the rise of the radical left has changed the Democrats' ability to solve problems like illegal immigration. You know, I've worked on every compromise we've had in the last 15 years. Secure your border, go to merit-based immigration, give the ones who are here illegally, who are non-felons, a chance to stay on our terms, learn our language, pay a fine, get in the back of the line. Well, that's all given way to the radical left who really wants open borders. And the next thing I'm going to try to do, Trey, to prove to the country that what Biden's doing is intentional, is look at the parole system. Under our law, you can grant parole to somebody to come into the country legally if there's a very unusual circumstance. It's literally like getting parole in the criminal system. They've had 60,000 parole requests granted. The statute requires an individual evaluation of each case, a hearing, an interview. Here's what they're doing. They're pencil whipping the parole situation. They're turning the law upside down to let as many people into the country as possible. The reason the border is so wide open, they stopped all the policies at work because the left insisted that everything Trump did had to be reversed. And because Trump did it doesn't mean it's wrong. So I don't see any relief in sight until the next election. And the only reason we may not have an explosion of illegal immigration after May the 11th is that the cartels may slow down who comes in because they don't want to ruin their business model. The cartels control illegal immigration completely, and they may actually stop the surge because they think it might be bad for business to have a surge.
We shall see. It is hard to imagine that things can be worse, but post the expiration of Title 42, that may happen. Senator Lindsey Graham from the great state of South Carolina, ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.